Yo, 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 what's going on, YouTube? Wouldn't it be a Dirty Dan stream if we weren't able to get going up and smoothly? So there you go. It's been a minute, but yeah, coming in hot like we usually do. When will I get it right? Will I ever get it right? I don't know. Anyways. Welcome everyone, we're back. Baichi is out, and there's a lot of hype around this guy right now. We're gonna go in and we're gonna check some of that stuff out. We're gonna spin the wheel, I think. I am definitely gonna need some input from you guys, from chat, the community, because I got some big moves that I'm planning with this account, and I think all signs are pointing to me investing into him. However, there are just a few caveats that I'm trying to figure out. So that's what we're going to be focusing on today, and it won't be too much of a long stream today. Maybe it will, maybe it won't, we'll see. But welcome everyone. So Frito, welcome to the stream. Vorse, welcome my friend. Heaven's Grace, yo, yo, yo. Is it really, is it like, did I make it iconic enough yet that that's my thing? That's the point. Miran, welcome to the stream. Thank you, Heaven's Grace. Yeah, I broke my, my glasses broke when I was in Australia just recently. I was at Ultra Music Festival, and I went to go take out, I had them in the glasses case too, and I went to go take them out, and the screw came out somehow. I have no idea. So luckily I had a backup, so I gotta wait to get the other ones fixed, the Ray-Bans, but we're rocking the Oakleys for now. At reset, what's at reset? Oh, we're registering at reset? Yeah, I don't think so. Next KDK Miran, I believe we're gonna be waiting probably at least till the next pop. We might wait longer, I'm not sure. Osiris League going on right now kind of muddies things for leadership, not just in 1093, but in a lot of other kingdoms, because you might have prospects, but they're playing in Osiris League, so they have to essentially wait till they're eliminated. So luckily we had the 60 GT hiccup, and you know, there's maybe some players that were able to migrate out of that. Speaking of Osiris League, I'll do a quick plug. So for those who are new to the channel, I am one of the official casters on the Rise of Kingdoms official channel, along with Chisgul, Plato, and Brian Koo. This week, it's just going to be myself and Brian, and we'll be solo casting. So usually I'm kind of playing, I'm not going to say second fiddle, but I'm kind of playing that support role, and not really kind of get to do the play-by-plays. This week I am going to kind of be doing the play-by-plays. So if you guys are interested in seeing that, I've done one before. I've done a few of them on my channel, and that's eventually what landed me the slot to get onto the Rise of Kingdoms official page. So it's going to be exciting. I do like calling the play-by-plays, where I can kind of show a little bit more of my energy. Lots of good stuff coming in this May update. We can look at that too. Heaven's Grace, because I've seen bits and pieces of it, but I honestly still getting caught up with work and stuff. Like last week, the reason why I didn't stream, like I got hammered with work, and like so I went away again. So I came back from Australia. I finished that week of work. I worked for like 3 days up until Wednesday, and then I flew down to Fort Lauderdale for one of my best friend's engagements. So then I got back last week, and I was just like, I felt so swamped with work. Like I've never felt so much pressure from a work perspective before, and that's kind of why we've had a little bit of a lull. I am in off season anyway, so we know how that goes on the channel. But we should get back into a little bit more of a regular rotation. I am still working on some Avatar stuff, which I am still playing, so we got some things in the works. But yeah, definitely check out the Osiris League streams this week. We have some pretty good matches lined up as we go into the Elite 8, the round of 8. So it'll be pretty dope. Durs, welcome to the stream. Vorse, I'm always shouting you out on the AO streams, dude. I have seen a few of them. I don't see all of them because I try not to look at chat too much, because I guess like it makes me feel like I need to engage with them, but it's a little bit of a different perspective on this. But anyways, we're here for Baichi. I've watched the videos as much as I can, and he looks good. He sounds good. I'm just curious if my account is in a place that I can run him. To answer your question, Sofrito, I run one. So part of my plan right now is I have 4 cav sets, and I am gonna eat my words. Our buddy Ghost Miracle, who is one of the first people to coach me when I came to 1093, made the suggestion to dismantle that set, and I said no way. I'm a cav main through and through, although he was a cav main as well. And I don't think he was quite in depth that I was at, but I mean, just 4 sets is crazy. So what I'm planning to do, and this is why I have no gems right now, because I was aggressively spinning the egg event just now, especially since we had Alliance mobilization. So leadership has been on my mind pretty much since Philip came into the game. Now, we've seen that Philip isn't crazy good when you run him as a primary. People still do run it, but it just really made me like, I don't think I'm going to need this set. Now, with this last recent KVK that we got into, it made it more clear to me that I can go ahead and just make this set because of all the siege towers that we saw. So my plan was to make this leadership set because it's so versatile, right? So I was going to make the leadership set to then put onto my engineering commanders, which I'm slowly working on Gaja right now. And then I've also heard that you can run the leadership set on infantry pairings, and it works okay. So I am at a bit of a crossroads right now. I'm almost certain that the 4th set, my 4th cav set, is going to get dismantled. And the reason why that set will definitely get dismantled is because There's no, I have no awakenings on it. So I didn't, the only thing I'm going to lose out is on iconic crystals, which I wish that Lilith would maybe refund us like half of them. So if you dismantle a set, you get, you know, if it's just the equipments without the accessories, 2, 4, 6, like give us 3 of them back or something. But so I was kind of waiting for that, but this is most likely going to get dismantled. I'm like 99% sure. I just don't know what to craft next. I'm okay with Liu Philip or Liu Alex. That's what I'm saying. Like and this is why, like, I have time, right? I have time. And because I think in the meta of things, in this back and forth, like Instaproc still reigns supreme. That's why Arthur Phillip does so well. The Instaproc damage that comes out of Phillip is so insane. And the Instaproc damage that Alex has is also very insane. So I'm like really torn. Do I make the leadership set, or do I just go ahead and make an infantry set? And then you also have the, which adds to the wrinkle, what about next archers? You know, like I'm almost certain, I think that the place that I want to get to with my account is that I have 2 sets of gear, at least for both infantry and archer. And then I have the leadership set, but that's a lot of sets to have. That would put me at, I guess that still puts me at, if I dismantle the 1, it's 3. I have the 5 and then another, that would put me in 8 sets total, which I guess maybe people have, I don't know. So it's tough. I really do kind of want to see Bai Qi and what he can do in the field before I decide to make the move, because I don't have a William Wallace. So if I make this move, then he's either going to go with Liu Che, or like I'm going to have to, you know, make like, maybe I do like a Liu Che Bai Qi, and then instead of Ragnar Skippy, you do like Ragnar Alex, which I don't know if that's a thing, but again, trying to keep as much Instaproc on the field as possible. Honestly, seeing all those towers last KVK feel the same. Yeah. And it's not even about the trades for me. It's just we saw how important those towers are to have in full effect to make your kingdom work at an optimal level. Like we struggled against those arrow towers, and it was a bitch crossing those bridges just to get to them. So they do have a purpose for sure, which is why I'm not going crazy. Like I made a purple set for him, and like that's it. Like I'm not going into a legendary set. I'll have the leadership set at some point. I don't know when I'm going to make it, but I'll have the leadership set to flex onto him to give that little bit of a boosted stats, especially once you iconicize them. You'll get the base stat bonuses from iconic tier 1 or awakening tier 1. So I'm with you, Sofrito. I'm very scatterbrained right now. Like I want to see what Bai Qi can do, but I also don't want to fall behind on the potential investments in him, which thankfully we have this new ticket system, which you can continue to hoard. But I think what also makes him relevant for us, Sofrito, I don't know why I accentuated that a little bit more, is Arc. And I know you're you know, one of the 93X players. I don't know if Alex gets a lot of value out of arcs, maybe in middles, but like when it comes to swarming structures, like I'm not sure if Alex is the play when it comes to swarming structure. So Bai Qi might be that link. Like I struggle with that whenever I play arc matches. I put Liu Che with Skippy because I just feel that you want the debuffs, you want a little bit, just want more damage output, especially with the AoE. And welcome Boba, good to see you, my friend. Kind of to his point that AoE will always be better than Instaproc. Alex is only better than Wallace because of the single target damage. Wallace only has single target too, unless he's surrounded or something, right? Whoa, that's a glitch if I've ever seen one. Hello? What the heck? Guys, you see that? That was weird. Yeah, I mean, he's got single target too, and then the extra smite damage to 3 enemy troops that are attacking him. So he's primarily single target as well. Why haven't you unlocked him yet? Because he's only been available for a day, and I was waiting for this stream. I usually wait. I don't like fighting for views when Chiz does his initial tests, because just everyone goes to that, and everyone was doing it last night too, and there's a bunch of people on tonight too. So I try to limit the competition for views a little bit, so I always tend to do it on the second day. Oh, if Wallace was AoE, he would be better than Alex. Okay, fair point, fair point. Very important now than ever. Dictates where your murder wall ends up. Yeah, 100%. 100% when it comes to siege marches. Like it is very... And I love that. I bring it up all the time in Osiris League cast. Like, you want to be the ones that are setting the tempo, and you can do that when you have siege towers. Cheers, everyone, by the way. Yeah, this is tough. See, exactly, Bryce, exactly. So we'll go ahead and we'll unlock him. I think I'm probably gonna just burn these tickets, because again, you can, you know, with no limit now, like this is almost the equivalent of getting him for 3 wheels, and that's usually what I would do. Until then, I would max commander. And we now have, you know, 90 days or so to prepare for next archers, which shout out to Bus Driver. He made a really good video on him like doing detective work and kind of trying to get a gauge on what the next releases are going to be, and like also like playing into like the new armaments or the new formations that are going to be coming out, which it looks like Shajar was a bust. I'm wondering if they fix her, because she's now the only true damage commander. They might as well just make her skill damage. Yeah, he made a good point saying that the next archer commander is going to be the best commander in the game, because they do kind of need it right now. If you look at the second best archer march and you compare it to the second best infantry march, or even the third best infantry march now at this point, it's probably not as good. And then even when you look at the second best cav march, which the way that I run it, it's Arthur Phillip, which is by far, it was insane trades this last KVK. And then I run Huo Belly. You know, it probably still does better than it probably still doesn't do as good as the Huo Belly. So archers are in need of a huge upgrade with the next commander that's coming out, which again throws this wrinkle in my mind of like, what do I really want to do with gear? Because I think that from a commander standpoint, I have about 1,500 universal sculptures, which plus this new ticket system, which makes the expertising of these commanders pretty easy at this point that I'm at, because I'm caught up. Now it comes down to the gear. So the gear is something that I'm most likely going to wait on, and I need to just start rushing to hoard as many blueprints for that set, as well as the infantry set, to get that ready. Even though you can run leadership with infantry, I think that's fine. But archers, I think you have to be a little bit more careful on what you're putting on them, because they do get targeted so much. What's the meta siege commander right now in your opinion? So what I've been told, I can't give you my honest opinion, because I don't run siege, but from what Phil in 1093 has told us, and he's like a dedicated siege main, and also Patriarch Zook, we have 2 dedicated siege mains in the kingdom. I believe both of them say Gaja and Gonzalo is the best. The best single siege march that you can have is going to be Gonzalo or Gaja Gonzalo. So that's what I'm working towards right now. Currently my Gaja is 5-5-3-1, and then I'm running Catherine behind him, because she gives you a debuff on damage, or the enemy takes 15% more damage. So I would rather that than what the other Narcissus. I prefer that, even though Narcissus I think gives you a little bit of tank. Yeah, he gives you a little bit of tank while she's giving you a little bit of march speed, which again is very nice for siege. I believe Gaja, because Gaja is so for the next 5 seconds, this troop deals 10% more ranged normal damage. So you want to run Gaja first, so that way you're getting the that, and then by doing more ranged normal damage, you're going to be doing more ranged smite damage, which is what Gonzalo does. Yeah, pretty sure that's the way you run them. I can double check. PTI, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. Dude, I guarantee you the next Archer commander is going to rip Archer Gang. I do agree. I think they are due to... I really hope it's not like a massive power creep situation like what we got when like Nevsky came in and we kind of got this next generation of commanders. But they've been keeping them within that 2k damage factor range. So like we might see, like, I mean, Arthur came out with what, 2800 damage factor on AoE. We might see the same with archers. And I think that the way that archers is going to work is we're going to get a formation that's going to boost AoE damage, because currently you are still getting skill damage, but when you go to like Hunter, for example, it's primarily for single target. And when you deal direct damage to a single target, the damage is increased by 10%. Otherwise, it's only increased by 2. So just based on what Hunter gives us, I have a feeling that the Archer is going to be AoE. And as we know, Archers were famously known for their AoE damage opposed to other troop type commanders. 2400 circle. I think it might even be higher, Boba. Because, I mean, ZL's 2k. Yeah, I mean, 2400 would be fair with AoE. Maybe like right in the middle, that 2500. I'm getting nitpicky, but I would probably say that might be safe. And then, I mean, like the rest of his kit is really good, like just tanky and, you know, no march speed. But other than that, everything else is really good. So like it might be a little bit of a higher damage factor to put it in the realm of what this Arthur does at 2800, and Baichi is what? He's 2400 as well. So maybe it is 2400 since Baichi is 2400. Flux monthly for dailies is oh yeah. Oh yeah, 100%. Well, that and just the fact that they made the daily so cheap. And I've definitely noticed that our spends on daily chest, on those like on the daily commander chests, have definitely increased. So it was a good move on Lilith there from a revenue standpoint. Whereas me is if I max Siege Commander this late in the game, the next will be better, even though the last one was a bust. Well, so John and Steven aren't terrible, but from what I've been told from Phil is that they just require a little bit more macroing or microing, because you have the expertise, which is on John, which is they deal no, this one. They deal 40% more damage to troops with less than 50% of units remaining. So that's where those guys really shine. So they just say that it takes a little bit more microing. But you are right. We are kind of on the verge of getting, you know, new siege commanders soon-ish. John Wickett, thank you for the $9.99 super chat. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate you. Love your stream, bro. Thank you for all you do. Next Archer has to be OP. Also, the rally commander will be nasty. Yeah, well, I mean, they've they've consistently stayed nasty from the Archer standpoint on rallies. So, yeah, I'm with you. Welcome to the stream, baby. Gone wood splinters daily. 1093 register next KVK. Looks like a lot of top kingdoms make queue. I'm not sure. I know we were waiting for a later queue, but they normally wait for a later queue anyway, so that's not like you know, shocking info that I can't reveal. So a lot going on. We even have like the new updates, as Heaven's Grace was saying, like Oh, where are those? Did they give us the notes on that? Or is it just on Discord? I actually couldn't find them before. Oh, it is here. Let's see this real quick. We'll go through this Frontiers of Knowledge, I guess, real quick. I'm Sofrito, MVP of 93. Sofrito, the MVP of 93, yet he doesn't know that you can teleport onto barbarians. I think he asked that like 2 or 3 times this past KVK. He's like, hey, can someone kill that barb next to that city? I'll give him the benefit of the doubt and to say that he was probably on the devil's lettuce at that point. But yeah, our MVP asking if someone can kill a barb so he can teleport. All love, Sofrito, all love. So we have update 1.0.94 Frontiers of Knowledge. Pull this over here. Museum Day series, which is cool and whatever. Keener Blade, Lost Kingdom optimizations, Keener Blade improvements. We probably won't dig into this too much because I do remember a lot of these points now. New Lost Kingdom tier system, that's going to be good. I do really like that. Hell no, keep our secrets in alliance. It's all right. We were all sleep deprived. We were all fighting for like 3 weeks. I know you like to medicate. So like I said, giving you the benefit of the doubt. So new Lost Kingdom tier system. All dead and severely wounded units in your Lost Kingdom will contribute to Lost Kingdom points. So I believe that was changed. I think it was just deads maybe, but now it's dead and severely wounded. When your Lost Kingdom has earned enough points, it will be upgraded to the next tier. When your Lost Kingdom levels up, you'll unlock new Crusader achievements and earn a ton of gems. In addition to the Hall of Hero unit return rate will be increased. Pioneer testing for Lost Kingdom optimization. The new Crystal Technology system, unit capacity technologies will be unlocked earlier, allowing governors to bring their full force to bear in early battles. The new Crystal Technology system will allow you to focus on your strongest units. You'll be able to invest your crystals in the unit type you prefer without needing to research unit technologies. So this is another part that makes me hesitant. Like, we don't have the commanders that I can run 4 cav yet, but this was always another layer that like prevented me from going full cav in a way. And now that they're bringing this back, it's like, are they hinting that like we will get to a point where you can run 5 marches of the same troop type and they're all going to be around the same power level? Like, I'm not going to have to be running around with an XY who's like 4 years old at this point. I said, Dan, 4K sub marathon. If we hit $500 in support, you should shave your mustache on live. That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. Other changes come. Let's say the other changes when it comes to armaments is what's important. Percentage number 5 on the list. Yes, mustache is worth at least 500. I was honestly thinking about shaving it too. So thank God you gave me that idea to do a little subathon. Yeah, we're only like 80 subs away. I've been hovering around that for weeks now, so it is about time we break that 4K threshold. Quality of life changes to be introduced to be able to summon a rune. That's really cool. Past glory, they're reducing the damage from 40% to 30%. Event optimizations, Realm of Mystique, Alliance Mobilization, those are all cool too. Commander optimizations. We did hear about this already. CJ and Bertrand are going to become smite damage commanders to entice the newer players to invest into like the smite formations and all that stuff earlier. And then here's the other changes that Bryce is saying is probably the more important one. Artha, welcome to the stream. Doing good, man. How are you? I don't give you permission to do that. It grows back fast-ish. I mean, it takes me a couple weeks. It's not like other people, but it grows back at a reasonable rate. We need a poll. Say less. How do you even spell that? Subathon to 4K subs. If we hit, I shave the mustache. Live. Yes or no? Enjoying life outside Rock, yeah. Definitely need to get a little bit of that. I just did plenty of that, and yeah, we'll be coming in hot soon in a few weeks when KVK pops. So here are the other changes. New legendary smite and combo accessories added. Saddle of 1,000 blessings and Hero's Hilt to the blacksmith. Added the new accessories to the Season of Conquest combat shop. This will only apply to Lost Kingdom stories. Added the new accessories to Holy Knight's Treasure. Alliance Stronghold optimization. This one's huge. Added the ability to plan Crusader flags. Added a celebration animation to the winning side of intense Alliance flag and Alliance Fortress battles. That's pretty cool. Armament transmutation guarantee system. If you've locked the combat attribute attack, defense, health, March speed, damage, continuing to transmute an armament will trigger the guarantee system. Every 10 transmutations, you're guaranteed to receive an attribute for the same unit type as one of your locked attributes. How would it know for damage? Every 30 transmutations, you're guaranteed to receive a 2.5% or higher attribute for the same unit type as the one of your locked attributes. So like if you want to get a damage one, you need to have another cav one. Is that what it's saying? I guess that makes sense because obviously it would be too easy to get damage then. So like you might be in an instance where you have like a good attack one and you just lock that for say cav and you're hoping to get the rolls on either health or damage mostly. After the update, governors will be compensated with transmutation crystals based on how many they've spent. Quality of life improvements adjusted the thickness of march path lines on the map to make them less distracting. Added a search return switch setting. If enabled, the search button will change to a return city. Optimize target selection in battle. Even when in quick command is disabled, hold and drag commands will still consider which attackable target you've selected. Quick command and attackable targets can be configured in settings. Quality of life is always good. Title scheduling optimization. Spin ticket item to season 2. Option to block governors by searching for the ID. Adjusted the background color of some item icons. Has no effect on the items. Yeah, like silver keys are purple. What the fuck? That's ridiculous. Yeah, 5 is the big one, and then also yeah, 5 is a big one with all the armament news, and then even I don't know if they have here, but they did mention something about forts and the durability and the ability to like layer them, but it looks like that's not coming in this update, I think. Yeah, it doesn't look like that's coming just yet, so they've paused that for now, which kind of makes sense. Something that's very significant to the game, and I think that they need to really, they can't mess that up. Just make rework the entire armament system at this point. Bus driver feedback on this was way better. I don't know if I caught that one. You open an armament based on the troop type stats. You slap the formation. Okay, yeah, that works too. Yeah, straightforward, simple, yeah. Yo, what up, Boast? New event. Is there a new event? Oh, I gotta close my game to get my, All right, let's close this real quick. Is there a new event? Hold on. What do you mean? Yo, we got the friggin' techno playing in here, yo. I gotta change my civilization back at some point too. I'm still on Byzantium. Let's do travels, because why not? New caravan event? Oh. Oh, this is the yeah, I don't know how I feel about this one. So there's this, I mean, obviously it's, you know, probably in a bunch of other games too. But yeah, this is kind of weird that you're going to go loot your own players. Like, this is good maybe for like brand new kingdoms. So they have this in Avatar Realms Collide, which is the other city builder game that I'm playing right now. And like, it's great. Like, you get extra goodies and stuff. But you have to be, it's kind of like Canyon, like you want to make sure that you're not hitting your alliance mates. But it's also not like Canyon, because if you hit your alliance mates, you're going to steal from them. Whereas in Canyon, that doesn't happen. You just attack kind of blindly and you don't have to win or anything, and you kind of get the same rewards. So yeah, leadership's probably going to put something in place where it's like, okay, don't, you know, for us here in 1093, I assume that this is pretty much just going to be send them out and then just get your rewards. Don't go looting other people. So, and then you're going to get these tickets that you're going to be able to get. Okay, you can refresh for 5 and you can purchase them through gems. That's stupid. You should be able to get these passively as well. So like we can go in and escort. Oh, so okay, yeah, it is like a Canyon type deal. So let's do this. Do all cav, fuck it. Boom. Now they're escorting. So in 4 hours, you'll get the rewards from your caravan goods. Same thing here. $960, no match found. Oof. Okay, so we might be having a showdown with 960. Would you look at that? Yeah, so you'll see here, like, these are both from Sky. Yeah, so like I could go in and loot him, and then it would be like a Canyon event type thing. But again, like, why would you be trying to loot players? See, like, this would be cool if like they did this in Lost Kingdom. Like, this shouldn't be a home kingdom function. I mean, I guess it could, because it's just free rewards, but make it also a sorry guys, I'm going through some new music to add some stuff to my playlist, so I apologize for some skipping through some of this stuff. But like, yeah, this should be like a Lost Kingdom event, not a home kingdom event. So we'll see if that comes to fruition, but good graphics. Yeah, he's probably the only one that set it up. That's why. Like in Avatar Realms Collide, you'll see, so with that, it's airships, and I think you see like anywhere from like 5 to 10 at a time, and each ship is going to be a different tier. So you have legendary, you have purple, green, blue, and then you can attack those, and based on what let's go in. We'll attack Sky for content's sake. Oh, there's LMA. So I won't attack his legendary one, obviously. That's actually pretty cool that you can get legendary heads out of these. It is similar in Avatar Realms Collide. You do get those as well. Let's go and loot, or try and loot Sky. Let's see if we win. Any of my good gear and stuff set up right now. Oh, I'm definitely gonna lose. All right, let's see. Let's just give it a go. Let's give it a go. Let's see what happens. Thank you, Sky, for being the guinea pig. Yo, my Skippy is getting cooked. Audio is playing up? What do you mean? How so, Bubs? Wow, I can't believe I won that. Keeps cutting in and out. Yeah. That I don't know. That I'm unsure of. On my end, it looks like audio is coming through, but OBS is a bitch. So even Plotto was having issues with it this week. So there you go. So in Avatar Realms Collide, I do like it because it's kind of like it's a randomizer on what you can steal. Like I don't even know what I just took. Okay, so I got the pick one chest, and then I got the resources from him. But like in Avatar Realms Collide, it would be a randomizer, and then you would see like a little box highlight these, and then you essentially take one. I guess it is still kind of randomized, but you don't see it. Now you're not making any sound. I don't know, Bubs. Rubio, welcome to the stream. What's up, man? That was a pretty good roll on the R's. All right, let's go in. We'll talk Baichi a little bit. We're not going to go too much longer. I was planning for this just to be like around an hour or so. I got some plans and some stuff we're doing with the wifey. So, yeah, let's go check out his kit real quick. And I mean, I'm going to spin for him regardless. I think, again, mainly as like an arc play, and I think I'll slowly work on him. We don't have fighting coming up yet, and I want to see what this guy does in action. I have enough sculpts that I'll be able to expertise him whenever. But I mean, if I had the second set of infantry gear ready for this guy, I would totally max him. But I also don't have William Wallace, so we'll see. Does not include shaving the stash. What's up, Skinsy? Welcome. So Baichi, primary skill, fan AoE, which is very good, 2400 smite damage factor, and then each target has a 30% chance to take 15% damage. Very squishy though, very squishy. Only 10% health, 20% march speed, and 40% attack. Third skill, this commander's troop is going to gain malice stacks whenever it uses an active skill, so he gains 10 stacks. If its number of malice stacks is higher than the target's percentage of units remaining, it spends 10 malice stacks to deal smite damage to the target up to 300. It also gains a 10% bonus to severe wounds inflicted and a 20% bonus to rage gains. Hold on one second. Is it mic audio or is it music audio? Testing 1 2 1 2. To T, I'm dropping something for you. Oh, okay. Okay. By the way, I didn't mention this either. I am the newest member, I think, of actually, wait, hold on. I don't know if I'm supposed to say or not. We'll reveal for for future stream, but I will be going to tea at some point. I will be going to tea. All right, thanks, Skins. Yeah, these guys got to update their internet or something. So, can Dan bring a friend? Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. Rubio dropping goldies or what? Yeah, so I will be making a move. I think once KVK starts, I'll be in T permanently as long as I can keep performing. So part of my my signing agreement for coming here as a content creator last off season. Back to Baichi. Fourth skill, commander's troop deals 10% more normal damage. When attacking a field troop, their troop gains 10 stacks of malice upon entering combat. 10 stacks of malice for every 10% of units lost. A 30% bonus to smite damage dealt. Wait. Oh no, 5% bonus to smite damage dealt up to 30% for every 10% of units remaining, kind of that Leonidas effect. And then his expertise, this commander is in a field trip after severely wounding 400,000 enemy units, gains a 5% bonus to normal damage dealt. When reduced to 50% units, that first one's like never gonna happen unless you're an Omega whale, by the way. So I think like even with my Arthur Phillip, which was best March, like maybe at times I was getting 200,000 enemy units, 7 wounds. 7 wounds? Yeah. So like 400,000 enemy units is insane. When reduced to 50% of units remaining, it deals 60% more damage and takes 30% less damage for the next 6 seconds. When reduced to 50% of units remaining, it deals 100% more damage. Again, more of that Leonidas effect. So he doesn't have a lot of tank to his kit, which I personally like to have. So we'll see. The one interesting thing I did learn from a lot of those streams yesterday is that Phillip Primary actually does pretty good with Baichi. So there is a potential in the future that I opt to go Phillip Primary, take advantage of the leadership set, use Baichi, because I have a feeling he might be sitting around, depending on if he's better than Alex or not. And then hopefully, fingers crossed, we get another good combo Cav commander for the field. Hunky, what up, man? Welcome, welcome. Nah, Hunky's in C-Seed now. They're all chilling out now, taking it easy, getting those MGEs. Be back to X next KVK. Get the heck out of here. Rubio with the spin to win. Thank you, Rubio. Let's go. He retracts the message. I saw it. I do agree. X is solid, man. X is really good. Look, I told him on my initial interview. So, like, to clarify, in my initial conversations with Dodo, I was accepted into T, but I needed to leave the KVK that I was in 2975 to kind of secure that spot. I missed the first migration period. I came in with the second wave, which put me in the position that there was a lot more people that were coming with me because I was their big 80-person plus migration, and they couldn't justify giving me a spot in T because other people that had applied had better recent performances than me, which is totally understandable. But and then upon those discussions, there was, you know, this talk of like having a promotion system, and roster changes and all that. But that was like the old 1093 model from when they had 4 alliances. It looks like we are now kind of getting away from this promotion model, and I think you're going to see players start to become more distributed, a little bit better, as you see with one of our recent migrants. Matt Achilles is back. He was named as Enoch when I did the stream after or before I went away to Australia. I had done a little bit of coverage on our migration, and the account was listed as Enoch. I didn't find out until I think when I was in Australia that it was actually Matt Achilles, and he had mentioned something, I think in Alliance chat 2 days ago when he changed his name back, that he was going to be making an announcement to his channel. So Matt Achilles is back in Rise of Kingdoms content creation, from what it sounds like, and he's in 93X. So you're going to see a little bit more, I think, like a even distribution of players, and specifically whales. By Chi for the first altar fights was Funds. Would you say he's better than Alex primary? I mean, Alex with Liu Chia. Who did you use him with, Ray? Brave. X is good. Dude, all of 1083 is just good. Like 100%. Top kill points. This is a new player too that I don't recognize. Speaking of strategists, I am interviewing Silent tomorrow, so keep an eye out for that. I'm interviewing him for this little slate of Osiris League interviews that you guys may have been seeing. Skinsy also did one as well, who is also a content creator from my Old Kingdom 2581. So definitely be sure to check him out. I will get that plug for you right now. And he's been on it too. He's been on it. Bai Chi and LC. Is Bai Chi, is that combo better than Alex? With Alex? Oh, damn it, Boast. Okay, that's fine. That's fair then. That's fair. Okay, it looks like it got sold then. Hopefully they stay in the kingdom, because for everything I've heard, that Archer account is freaking sick. But yeah, Skinsy just did an interview as well. I put one up from FCK. They're going up against 2748 this week, so that should be a really good match. And yeah, tomorrow I'm interviewing Silent, and I'll probably have that video out maybe by the weekend, because I have a work event Wednesday night. Then I'm going down to Atlantic City for another work event on Thursday evening, and I won't be back till Friday. So it might be out tomorrow, it might be out Friday, but keep an eye for that. I'm very excited to interview him, because he's another one too who's got a great mind for warfare. I think the difference between him and Nico is that, like, I mean, at least from my standpoint, is that, or from what I've been able to see, is that Nico does more of the, I think, overall planning and especially territory stuff, and she's a great field caller, but Silent really controls the field. I think, I don't want to say takes it to the next level. I don't want to say one's better than the other, but maybe it's just because of the way that he does it and instructs people. And for those who are in 1083, if you know, you know. But like, it just works. So, I mean, both really good leaders on both sides. So I'm super curious to pick his brain. Like, one of the questions I think I'm going to pose him is like, what other games has he played to just get the like know-how of like how to like maneuver like our murder balls in our field presence. Like, it's really good. And that was one of the main things that drew me to 1093 when I did a little bit of flying here. Number 2 translates to spicy mum. What does that even mean? Silent Flow, Bully, or Obelisk, Cap on 93T. I need justice. Baichi Lucha better. Now, do you need pincer is the question, because there's no way I don't have the conversion stones. What do you got, Sofrito? I heard, Rave, I heard. You guys shouldn't have kept trying to do it, because you guys are a very sound team, and I told him that too. Because after I got done with that initial stream, I forgot how I was chatting with him, but I told him, I was like, don't get 960'd. And he's like, we're literally talking about that right now. And he told me, you know, the outcome of the match. And apparently you guys kept trying to go for the ob, which initially you can do. I don't think you can keep doing it though. Number 2 player from what you just showed. Oh, is, okay. Oh, how many over 10 billion? Sorry, I got sidetracked. $173 players over 10 billion. Oh, okay, that makes sense then, Rave. That makes sense. Moin, welcome to the stream. I don't run any, actually. I'm just kidding. I run like 5 or 6. Old Garrison's running 3rd gear. Yeah, that's not gonna go well. If no pincer, then run Liu Alex. Fuck. I mean, my arch set isn't great anyway. How much better is he? Is the question. Dang, man. I mean, I can open all my armament chests for pincer and just hope I get some good ones. I do have some conversion stones, actually. I might be able to put something together. I trust your view, PTI. I mean, you're a top end player, so you know. I obviously have to take everything that top end players say with a grain of salt because I'm not a top end player. But I mean, if you're saying that pincer is better than the arch, then asking if I can get Kingdom Legendary trophies. I thought you actually have a legit question. We figured a straight up fight. We lose to them, so we just try to Hail Mary. Sadly, 960 had done it to them before, hours before. Yeah, if that wasn't the case, maybe you would have gotten it off. But I think with the noise, obviously, like if it was a no-name team or like a little bit of a not, maybe people wouldn't have caught on to it. But because it was 960 GT that got knocked out specifically, like, yeah, it's gonna be kind of tough to pull that off right after. Newest formation, power crept is my view. It's fair. How much KP? I think I was just shy of, I think I did 2.5 or 2.6. I might be a little off. It's same for Delta, won't matter every 18 months, new formation. But I do think that Bus Driver had a good point about this, and I hope that this is the direction that Lilith goes in. I hope they make the formations more clear and deliberate on the situational list of it. Situation or the like the type of player that you are. So like obviously like Swarmers and Open Field would be one category, and then you have Rally and Garrisons, which have their own set of formations. Like just make it very clear to us what those are. And I think then we come into a very balanced point in the game where players like me and Sofrito, Rubio, like players who don't spend a fuck ton into the game aren't questioning what we're going to need to do with our setups, because it's expensive to do this shit. Hell, I just finally caught up after fucking, you know, months of chasing to get back up with commanders. And luckily I was in a position to like convert things into Delta, but Yeah, it's tough. I like the bus view. That's better than I have to start over every 6 months. And then it's great for all, like you were saying. Yeah. Yeah. Just make it so explicit that these things are meant for, like for example, Testudo, Hollow Square, like those. And when you look at the special inscriptions, those are very clearly like garrison formations. So like they should do the same with these next formations that they're going to be releasing. You're telling all my secrets. I love you, Sabrita. Yo, English isn't my first language, Funky, so chill out. Compensation this is gonna give me for transmuting my Intrepid 110 times. You'll get plenty, Rave. You'll get plenty. Okay. Yeah, I mean, like, for example, this is my arch formation. Like, it's pretty shit. So, like, I honestly, I could just fucking switch it and just convert them. It wouldn't even cost me a lot to convert them over to pincer. So I don't use the arch for anything else, really. So if it is that much better, and luckily we have some time, I am going to wait on this and wait on, like, crafting some of my gear. Because maybe then I don't have to worry about making a second infantry set. Like, if BQ and Liucha are that much better, then fuck it. And I'll have the leadership set at some point to back up, the Ragnar Skippy that I have just chilling in the midst. It's K-pop, bubs. Trap, EDM, K-pop. What an interesting combination of stuff. Or look for wares and wedge that you aren't using. Oh yeah, I could do that too. There's not many though. I just went through all of my armaments and like there's not a lot. And I'm like going through them and like, fuck man, like if you're not spending into armaments like you are, or if you're not having luck, like I'm not really having much luck, I'm like shit. Send you KPK reports during May. Oh yes, please. That would be such a help. Because again, I'm just so torn in a place that like I'm gonna dismantle my 4th set of cav. But if the next archers are as good as Bus is predicting, which I like that take a lot, then I'm probably going to be, and I'm probably going to run 3-1-2. And it'll be 3 cav. I just have to, guys. I know I can't dismantle the 3rd set of cav. I would love to do it. This is Seon in 9 XCIX, bubs. Seon, SEON, and then 9 XICIX. I was just fucking with him, both. English is my first language. Been listening to EDM K-pop too. What the heck? This new genre that's popping up. Who knew? Okay, so I think we have green light to, at the very least, spin for this guy. He's gonna be good, right? Then it just matters of how I'm gonna work them into my lineup, and then I think the plan is gonna be still sticking with 1 infantry. I'll convert into pincer, and then make a second archer set. What's up, Syed? Welcome to the stream. In my opinion, next archer will be a must-have. They have to in order to balance the game. If you recall, infantry was in this spot 6 months ago before Liucha. Now they are the strongest arc. Oh, 100%. 100% piece. Yeah. I am totally with you. I love that take that bus driver did. it makes sense. You launch the next archer commander and make him arguably the strongest commander in the game, and you rebalance everything. So now for the whales and for the players who are positioned to do so, a 2-2-2 lineup is extremely good. Like, that's meta. That's where you want to be, is 2-2-2. Probably. Right. You're probably going to be running, I mean, there's so many Arthur combinations, but, and then you have Philip into the mix, but the 2-2-2 is probably going to be, as they've kind of tried to be lining it up, and people are running most recently until, until Bai Chi. Yushasan, if you have seen many great and not so great kingdom leaders come and go, is there anyone that you thought was great? That would be a good question, Sofrito. I'm gonna write that down actually. But that would be, this is gonna be more of like an arc oriented interview. So, you know, I can obviously look to do another one. Maybe I can throw it in if it flows right, and I can obviously ask it and just edit it out too. But I did send that to my alt account on Discord, which is where I put my notes. Yeah, Philip is freaking awesome. You can literally go anywhere. I was really happy to hear that Philip Bai Chi works, because then that kind of gives me the thought that I can run that, but I don't think that that would be a good use of Philip. William Wallace is a waste, yeah. He's almost similar to Bai Chi. I mean, William Wallace has a lot of like good things going for him, but he's got no, he doesn't have enough damage to not be that tanky. You know what I'm saying? Like, he is very much like, kind of like a glass cannon. As is Bai Chi, but Bai Chi has some things going for him as he's getting whittled down. That's going to allow him to not like sustain a little bit, but then just dish out more and more damage. All right, let's spin this guy. Oh, whoa. We need animations here. Seawell's 2 infantry marches were Liu, Philip, and BQ Alex. And that's honestly something that I might flex to. Once we get the next Cav combo commander, because right now I can't. Oh, look, Bubs, here's some hard style for you. My wife's addicted to hard style, for those who don't know. Sounds like hard style, at least. Where the fuck is this shit? Yep. Oh, I want to do real quick. Just want to do a speed up check. I want to see how much speed ups I get from all this. 753. I need to do a check in anyway and compare to my last few weeks. Since KVK ended, I've gotten now close to 400 days of speed ups, which is pretty good. Rave, I'm so sorry. I hate hardstyle, man. When we were at Ultra Music Festival in Melbourne and we saw the Tweakas, I was just like, it's not my thing. $960 fighting is different than most all other kingdoms other than Top Imperium. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Like, I think I was even talking to Skinsy about it before when we got Arthur released, or Arthur and or Philip, and I was just telling him that like the insta-proc meta is very relevant in top tier Imperium KVKs because you're going back and forth a lot of the time. In KVKs where it's a little bit more chilled out and you're not doing a lot of that, like, you want the commanders that aren't doing the insta-proc damage. It's just going to be more valuable. You had more speeds than me before last KVK. I'm at 1100 universals now. All right, let's not talk about this boast. Zone 6 opening, I burned like 400 fucking days of speed ups. This is why I was very adamant in talking to leadership which I did, and it looks like we're not going to have stream delays going forward in 1093, which is beautiful, because that Zone 6 opening was great. And honestly, like, that was one of the whalier moments that I felt like, because I was on frontline, and this is to everyone else who was on frontline too, but I was literally just full sending, trying to clear the field as much as possible, get zeroed, come back out, and try to do it in the smartest way as I can manage. Literally within the first 4 hours, I burned like 400 days worth of speed ups. That's where a lot of it I got chunked at. Oh, Sub-Zero Project, Bubs. I'm sorry, Sub-Zero Project. I didn't like. Yes. BQ is like XY, but better. Tariq, welcome to the stream. What's going on, man? Do worry about BQ being squishy, but Arthur seems squishy as well as a primary for 100%. I mean, he only has 20% health. When I pair him with Philip, and he was by far my best trading March. It was Philip, it was Arthur, Philip, and then Liucha Alex. Show my autark. I only have 3. I missed out on 1 or 2 relatively easy autarks that I could have gotten in 2581. This is after I stepped down from King, and yeah, I just wasn't as engaged. Rave, she's Australian, so it's like it's ingrained in their DNA to like hardstyle. All right, let's keep spinning. We're gonna finish this spin, and then we'll wrap this thing up. I gotta go eat dinner. I guess we'll spin all 200 of these bad boys. Yeah. Ooh, there's an 8. Oh no, wait. I'm just gonna do 100. What the fuck am I talking about? I'm not a whale. I want to get these chests. I'm only doing 100, guys. I'm sorry. I got all enamored with this like ticket system, and I'm like, yeah, I'll spin all 200 of them. Like these guys who are Instamaxing to test. Yeah, I'm not doing that. You went to DEF CON in Australia, Reeve? Moved to T after K. Yes. I mean, technically, I'm kind of like in the middle of both right now, but I will be in T for next KVK. It's content creator perks, you know? Content creator perks / my negotiating skills, maybe? I don't know. Way back? What do you mean, bro? You're young. What are you talking about? Way back? She has not sadly been to a DEF CON though, so but that's really cool. It's really cool that you were able to go over there. Yeah, I don't see them bringing it back. Maybe they will. I don't know. But their like regulations on like raves and stuff is like pretty deep. 2016, brother. I could have sworn you're like, I mean, I'm not gonna, you don't have to answer this, but I thought you were like 25 or some shit, dude. So like you went to DEF CON when you're 16? No way. So you had to have been at least 18. So that means you're like 27. I thought you were a lot younger than me. I don't know why. I don't know. I'm rambling. I don't know why I thought you were younger. 29. Oh. Maybe it's because you keep, maybe it's because you say that you like whenever we chat and you're like, or whenever you come on stream, you're like, I just got back from class or school or something like that. But that's the ignorant me, because you can obviously be pursuing higher degrees and stuff. So okay, that makes sense then. So 9, so you're 20. That's pretty dope. Pretty dope. For all the listeners out there, Rave, did you see any spiders? And should people go to Australia? So Frito busted out the glow sticks. Pulling Terry Crews from White Chicks. Oh, work classes. Oh, I'm stupid. Yeah, I'm even more ignorant then. What's up, the boss? Oh, you did see some. Yeah, Sydney's a little bit. Were you in Sydney or were you in Melbourne? Because I know Sydney's a little bit more low key. When we just went to Melbourne, like I was like, oh my gosh, what a difference! Because it's like, no, he's Canadian, Bubs. He lives in Canada. Melbourne is like New York City, while Sydney is like California. Is that what you call work meetings in Canada? Oh shit, Rave, I was in Vancouver for my layovers. Actually, really beautiful city. Holy shit. Like, was it when I was taking off or coming back? I think it was when I was coming back. But like, it's this, Vancouver's so nice. It's this little city, like pocket city. And then just like in the background, at least when I was flying in, just mountains. Like, what a beautiful city it was. Obviously I didn't get to see like on ground level, but oh my gosh, like I could imagine what it would be like to live in like one of those like high rises that they have, and you have the mountains right in the background. Whew. $25.81 hates you. Why, the boss? I'm sure they don't hate you unless you like leak some stuff. Yeah, it's very, very pretty out there in Vancouver. Rain Gretzky on dance stream. The goat. The literal goat. Do it quick, the boss, because I'm gonna wrap this thing up. I gotta go to the bathroom, and that was gonna be my cue to leave, and I'm getting to the 100 point. I gotta go eat dinner too, and don't mean to rush you. Or if you want to DM me, fine. But yeah, man, Melbourne was great. I highly suggest anyone that has Australia on their bucket list, just go. You don't see spiders. Rave did. I saw one as well in Sydney, but it wasn't huge. They are there, but they're not like the ones that you see on social media. So just go. Don't be a bee. It's a beautiful country. Yo, that's 2 8s. Let's go. I'll take that all day. All right, let's see what we got on the first wheel of Mr. Baichi. Those 15s are juicy. See people catching heat strokes. It's not that bad, Sofrito. It's like tropics. It's like tropical weather down there in a way. I haven't been down there when it's been like, you know, dead in the summer, but I was there towards the end of their summer, and then I was there in their fall, and it's nice. It's nice. I know you're a Florida guy, so you know, you'd be a little bit yeah, I think even as being a Florida, I think it's probably pretty similar to what Florida experiences. I would go out on a limb. I would say the summers might be a little bit hotter. But yeah, it's definitely like tropic vibes for sure. Like there's palm trees all over the place. There you go. 68 heads on the first On the first go for this guy, it's pretty good. Take my shirt on TMI. Sofrito, don't take his shirt off, everyone. All right, pretty good, pretty good. Oh, hello. Very nice. All right, guys. I think that's where we're gonna wrap this one up. So I think next sub we'll do is a subathon, or next stream. Maybe not the next stream, but we'll look to set this up. It's a good idea, Sofrito. Thank you. And we looks like we're gonna shave our mustache live if we hit 4K subs on that stream. So oh, the streaming world, what has it done? What kingdom are you in, Moin? Oh, we're playing. We're actually against 19. Oh, this is 93T. 72% of people want me to shave the stash on stream. Wife says no, but 72% of people say yes. Oh, 1903. Okay, nice. Good dub you guys just got this past week. You guys looked really good and really crisp on that match that I casted with Plotto. At the end of the day, once you get to these higher ranks, like it almost doesn't matter. Like as long as you're getting to 18 to get all these goodies, like you're not going to be, I mean, as long as you're not getting into the relegation zone, which is like here, like you're totally fine. Shave my leg. Yeah. Oh gosh. The things I do being a content creator. Oh my gosh. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap this one up here. Be sure to hit that like button on the way out. Consider subscribing if you are new to the channel. I will have an interview coming out with Silent Flow of 93T at some point this week. The interview is tomorrow, and then I got to edit it and clean it up. So keep an eye out for that. That should be a pretty spicy interview that I hope a lot of people are keen to, because if they're as keen as I am, then definitely check it out. Next stream, I'm not sure of what I will do, to be honest, because we don't have a lot going on for this off season. We do have a little bit of a tournament going on this weekend, but I just don't know how available I'm going to be to stream some of that. But regardless, subscribe to the channel if you guys enjoyed the stream. Hit that like button, and I love y'all so much. Thank you so much to John Wicked for the $10 super chat again. And I will catch you guys on the next one. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much. I'm out later. Peace.